Extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. Lefty, lefty. Slam. Check 24. Check 24. Hey, watch this. Watch this. Done. Check 74. 74. Done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
Ready? Check line 54. Line 54. Exit.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the twist. Speed trip.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And he's got it complete to Anderson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Welcome to the show testing.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Definition Line. I believe it's season 34, week 15 and 14, sorry.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
The advance happened last night after the Jets beat the Giants in the battle for New York. We've got a division game. This is, let's take a look at the standings.
How the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that's going to get to be... No, yeah, end zone touchdown. A little screen pass over there to the left side. The Vikings strike first. And in the division, the Lions are 6-6. The Packers are 5-7. The Vikings are 4-8. So basically, the only chance the Vikings have is if they win and Lions like lose out, they have to win out. They have a chance. You just gotta. I mean, in this division, it's very, very possible. Anybody disagree? Because I think you're wrong.
Ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey.
All right, for those of you just joining, it's Minnesota up 7-0 with 3 minutes to go in the first, and the Lions have the ball at their own 30. Little toss to the right side to Galladay, who's looking like a superstar X Factor of some sort. Vikes can get in, beat the Lions twice. All right, so this is their first game of the season. It's pretty late in the year. And that's going to be he's wide open. Touchdown. Chuck and pray. Except for the prey. Robbie Anderson, that is the new acquisition. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that was a recent trade. Let's take a look. Yes, it was from the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next.
So I think what he's saying, Sadler, is that you cannot take Harrison, go to your depth chart, and yeah, there you go. He's saying it. He already got it. Check the comments for those of you who want to know what that's going on.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half in some of these shorter games.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
And that's going to be an interception over the middle, and that's going to get returned after a great break tackle. And we're going to see the replay in a moment. It was over the middle of the field. Beef Ellington with the interception. And it puts Detroit up 14-7. Minnesota is just, I don't know the words to use right now, but their pass game sucks. I mean, it's just awful. It's bad. They have, like, what, 9 interceptions in the past 2 games? Is that what it is?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Number 21 is Beef Ellington.
They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball,
No, it looks like a safety.
he's gotta be like what we talk about with
If that was, I just paid attention.
Short-term memory.
I haven't been paying attention this entire game. I've been getting lucky that the scores have been happening the way I've been saying them.
Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
No, his name is Ellington. Beef Ellington.
It's deep in there, right? 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That pass gets to his wide open target.
First and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Wentz now to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You gotta give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that
Oh,
one away.
knocked down the line of
That's
scrimmage. Look
frustrating
at
for an
that.
offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove.
We're closing in on the end of the first quarter here. 14-7 Detroit. This could get out of hand quickly.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
So not only do we have a person not passing very well right now. Hey, I've got to call out 9 interceptions in 2 games. If I threw 9 interceptions in 2 games and you didn't tell me that I was absolutely horrible, I think I'd cry for not getting made fun of. Like if no one made fun of me, no one cared about. That would make me sad.
He's got some space. Here's Madison running on first down.
Since I'm not in the league, no one cares about me. It's okay because I can make fun of people and no one else is on the mic.
Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they
I can do things like that.
Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
All right, here we go. Another play. Inside. I don't know if he's going to actually hike this ball. He does before the first quarter ends. We're going to have a third down at the start of the second quarter. 3rd and 6 here in enemy territory for the Vikings. So they do have a chance to...
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
So from what I'm gathering from the Dikembe Mutombo, that is a. All right, I'm gonna. So when I say that's a terrible pass, I'm not calling out you. Okay. It was a good look. I think that was a good look. I thought he looked open. I'm assuming you're not trying to throw it to the safety.
Space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Yeah, no, I'm not calling you out for being horrible. I'm calling out.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And some room to maneuver.
Oh no!
And he'll get in.
Don't use her there. Let him take him. Touchdown Lions, and this is not looking good. That wasn't a D lineman, it was a blitzing safety. Potato. I was going to say, if the defensive linemen are the new linebackers, That's going to be dangerous.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on
See
this
that?
one as the fair catch is
Season is
superb.
period, man. Season is over. Well, I could call you out right now for some of the things that I've seen, like
Here are the
8
Vikings
interceptions
now
in a
to
game,
start their next drive. And
a
2
52-0
interceptions
drubbing
thrown in this
against.
first half. You hear it no matter the sport, they say
I'm not going to give him
quarterbacks,
the
they
satisfaction
can
of
have a
letting him know
short-term memory,
that
but
we know
that's
his name.
easier said than done.
It is
Wow.
easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not
When you
quite
get in
that
these moods,
level,
you
and
start
not
to
that age, but I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling, and I thought, what is he
tear yourself
smiling
down. Don't
about?
tear yourself
Because
down.
he had enough confidence in himself that that was a
There you go. There you go.
he went out and
There you
played
go.
pretty well the rest of the day.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second
Man,
down.
you know
He
what?
gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even
Dive
worse,
with him,
an
because
interception.
hopefully maybe he gets injured and you get a different guy. Don't say it was an accident. You know you were. I see you. I see you. You're thinking for later. You've got a great backup. You don't care if your starter gets hurt.
9 yards
Nice
there.
little play right there.
First down.
I like it.
That looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake. After
Oh,
the
another
game, he may have to
interception.
announce
I didn't get to
he's
see
donating
that when I
a
was
certain
looking.
amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Grady Jarrett with the
Yeah,
tackle.
apparently the Vikings
Inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen
roster
will take the bait
and
move
salary
one
cap
way
are,
and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
are not doing well right now.
Action, they'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams
Again, I
will use
missed what
momentum
just
to
happened
launch
right there.
another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the
It looks like a
20
deep
now,
bomb.
1st and 10. Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time. A start
That was
contrast
caught.
from the big chunk on the previous play.
Man,
The big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good.
well,
for
get yourself
two
some
here,
pressure there,
2nd and
sadly.
8.
Let those guys try to get you.
Running from the gun,
Work to
Johnson.
his strengths.
And
I'm just
he's
kidding, man.
met in his tracks
That's not
behind
real
the line of
advice. I'm just messing with you.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Now, hey, you're the one responding, man.
Ready, ready. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, Mike 7. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready, ready.
They'll set up throw. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted.
That should be.
Picked up by Harrison Smith.
I was gonna say that should be intercepted.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That
Or he
pick hurts
swatted
a little
away.
extra 'cause it
Wow,
was
that was
3rd down.
weird.
You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week?
Wow, yeah, no, it wasn't way. It's just weird. It was just, that was it. Nice pick.
3 points points were in their hip pocket. They had those.
There's a terrible throw apparently by the quarterback in that situation. And no, and then he just gives it right back. And a big return by Slay Jr. A big one, a small one, but I think he's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he doesn't have. Jones, he only has 4 corners. He is. Just getting his boys in. I wish there was like a mass second sub. Didn't they used to have that? That's what it looks like he's doing. He's subbing in his. Here you go.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a run.
I do actually. We just saw your roster, Sads.
Because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And we do understand, and like Empire said, they're still probably going to judge for it. But yeah, that is a pretty atrocious roster. That's you need a guy helping you with your money management, or girl, either one. Just saying.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now. 3rd and long coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Anderson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now. They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah, I'm confused with what's going on.
Second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice. And it never hurts to have that good
Somebody got tagged and
as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half.
That's about all I got.
Right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
It's caught, Smith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Throwing on first is Wentz.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 seconds.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I am focused on some other things here. Getting to Minnesota was hard due to COVID-19, and now I'm here. I'm getting harassed by some police officers for not practicing stay-at-home orders, but since I have a journalistic license and I'm covering games, I am deemed essential. So you're welcome.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
30 seconds to go in the second quarter. 28-7, Detroit up. Minnesota needing a big touchdown here. Gets it in there. Nice job. Puts them down 14. Let's see if they can prevent a score with 30 seconds to go from the Lions, because it is possible.
And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
Awesome.
That's fielded in the end zone.
And a return here by the Lions is going to get him to the 30-yard line, approximately 29-yard line. And that is not a good start for the Vikings. What they're trying to do is prevent things like that.
The
4 extra yards.
We don't want this. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts.
Detroit's calling a timeout. They're on their own, what I believe, 35-yard line. They still have 1 timeout to go. Yes, there's a possibility of them scoring a touchdown and or getting a field goal, depending on how they just read the comment. Oh, that's a big stiff arm. Another big stiff arm. 3 straight duffs. A timeout.
With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards.
I just watched some crazy stuff here. It's funny how people complain about this stuff, but
so we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
Love it in a sim league. Because, you know, I love it when Roger Goodell goes up to the podium in April and says, and now, with the first pick in the draft, Joe Burrow, with strong arm cannon and jukebox, oddly enough. Chase Young has bull rush and high motor going to the Giants. Wow. Sorry, I'll stop.
The offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to.
He was able to get that field goal. Like I said, that was a very, very good possibility that the field goal was coming.
We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 9 now. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings
There's another SWAT down. I've seen a few SWAT downs like that recently. This is a pretty good. I like that play actually.
There's no doubt that he
Nobody in
wants
his
to
face.
use
He's not going to sack him, and he's able to
what you just dialed up on your play sheet.
disrupt the
Back to
play.
it.
I'm not sure if
Just
he would have
caused an
had any
incompletion. You need a few more of those.
After an incomplete
any
pass
yards
on
off of that
second
catch or
down,
anything, but
that'll leave him trying to convert
it definitely
on
helps.
3rd and 9. Here's Johnson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as
But
well.
let me tell you something. Kerryon Johnson is just
Caught him off guard.
shoving people out of the way.
Courage to make that type of a play call.
Oh my!
You actually get
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense
Oh
stand up and
man,
stop him.
it's just angry. I mean, what do you do about something like that? After I watched C.J. Mosley get shrugged off like he was a nagging wife.
Territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
And all of a sudden, Sadler doesn't want to swear.
He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Say hello to Eric.
And there's a big sack by the Vikings. Kendricks gets in there and slaps him in the teeth, needing that, putting the Lions back on their own 45-yard line.
Deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, echo. Now.
They're going to look to throw. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll go down right around the
Johnson
47
couldn't
this time.
quite get his hands around to UFC pile drive the cornerback right there.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Danny.
Kendricks playing some safety.
Action fake. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's
Not a bad idea given the situation. And he gets sacked right there again.
He gets the sack.
Waiting too much time. He's looking downfield, not paying attention to the people in front of him. And Johnson wasn't able to hold off that rush. He's just a big, big boy.
But that sack looked
If he
good.
doesn't have the ball in his hands, he can't shrug anybody off.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right
And a
at the
punt to the
20.
20-yard line. Looks like Minnesota. Got to go 80 yards here. See, even if Minnesota scores 2 touchdowns, still down 3.
Here are the
But
Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for
well,
us.
if you don't want to
Shocker.
Try and get after 'em early and try and
be late, don't throw 25 interceptions at the end of the game.
They have up their sleeve. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, complete. Smith has it. That one a gain of 20. and a
Did he
first
catch that?
down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because
What
when
kind
the
of-
big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3
Well,
different routes,
there you go.
and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Yeah, don't throw any more interceptions is what I'm saying. 11-16 with 4 interceptions.
Incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd
Did you see how
down.
fast he closed on that ball? Look at
Not
that.
seen a whole lot of wide open receivers.
Hey, Omar, you did that like a couple games ago where you were...
There to force an incompletion.
Was it? Wait, was it you? Yeah, it was you.
Knowing each other's moves
You hadn't even gotten in your...
long, and they've been on the spot.
You ended up winning that.
And they've
That
held
was
them in
weird.
check on the scoreboard.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
From midfield.
You're like 5 for like 10 at the time with...
That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And
Was that
it's
you?
gonna be
Maybe it
another
wasn't him. I don't
first
know.
down.
There's a guy out there.
To the ground at the line
5 for
at the
10,
45-yard line.
4 interceptions, and like 4 touchdowns or something, or 5 touchdowns. It was weird. Maybe that was the Ravens. I'm sorry, Omar. I called you out. I apologize.
Here's Wentz. His
Especially if it
throw
wasn't you.
incomplete.
He's gonna go 1-on-1, and that's a
Idea there, trying to to the sideline, but he let it
Gonna go out of bounds right there. That was a
He's trying to
good
get back
defensive
to
play
his
right there.
receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And my goodness, another interception.
And he's gonna, yeah, it's gonna be intercepted instead of caught. And he's gonna return this for a touchdown. I don't see anybody catching him except for this guy. Who is this guy? Slade Jr. all of a sudden becomes the slowest man on the field, number 35. Who's that guy?
5 picks at this point. You got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence
Taylor, get number 35 in as soon as you can. He is fast. Look at him.
It's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line,
Guy just
it comes back to the guy throwing.
beasted. Put him in a corner or something.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step.
He's got 2 guys he has to cover right there. This is getting rougher and rougher for the Vikings as
We saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy. Maybe
things
not
go on.
as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
That stiff arm is just angry, ladies and gentlemen.
And now it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys
I can't wait for them to tweak that one.
Expression they like to use in the NFL. Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Ooh, knocked away at the last second there. Minnesota still technically in this game. We have a wild card user in the Lions who, while sometimes can upset teams, can sometimes also throw 75 interceptions, just like the Lions. So like I said, this is a possibility that
the Minnesota offense about ready
that
to
keeps
get
you in the
this
game.
next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
And a nice pass over there. Let's see if he can get this, string this together. 5 interceptions, down 17.
Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run.
You almost get the feeling that maybe the Lions aren't really going for the throat. Ooh, nice hit.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation?
3rd and 10 here.
Right now, the
Vikings needing something.
What have I done before? This worked.
And now here's another interception.
And that's going to get picked off again. And this one's probably going to get returned unless number 35 is on the field again. Where is he? Number 35 is not on the field. That's going to be a touchdown. So Sadler is going to be late for work.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Just saying. Wentz is a gunslinger. He's not wrong about that. You got the Brett Favre mentality. You win some, and then some, you lose some. He's seeing red. I feel like he can be. Well, now that you're putting in the backup, this is going to get interesting. It's 3rd quarter, minute 15, 38-14. I like what's going on here. Now,
Right now, just ice cold. I mean,
Now this is when you start really throwing those bombs.
They're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Tries running it there. That's not going to work.
341 pounds of power for the sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable.
What you got to do
13.
is you got to stick to your game plan. Chuck and pray.
And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You don't have to force the ball in there at every given time. You can give it a little bit of finesse, but chuck and pray.
Now they're just a play away from that, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Interesting.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the start at second down.
Gear says I'm going to kick it up a gear.
3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL. And
From
it's
negative
on to
third
you,
to negative
sports.
2. I like that. Switching the play around, trying to confuse the Lions. I wonder if they're confused.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And it's going to be
Did he catch that?
first down as
He
the
caught that. Oh
Lions
my
at the
goodness.
Lions' 34-yard line. Now, they've been struggling in the past.
That's exactly what you got to do. You take. He has not thrown enough deep balls yet. He's thrown 3 passes and not one of them has been correct.
Usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some
Come on, Sads,
space,
get your head in the
and
game.
open
Take
things
this
up
guy.
again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Throw somebody on a street.
To throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Wow.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all
Well, that was a
game
bad
long. The
break,
pass
number
rush, the
1,
coverage. They've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an
by the wide
interception
receiver,
here
number
as this one
2.
continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Give it a little air, man.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
It is the toss you want to try with a backup quarterback.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting
But you're right. You got to next time.
Burst seems just as good here in
Set
the
your
fourth
feet.
as it was way back in the first.
Give it a little air.
do believe someone
Throw it a little farther downfield. You want it closer to downfield than you do to you. You know what I mean?
continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz
Downfield, good.
down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this
Big
game
sack
is
again by
absolutely
the
extraordinary. Let's
Vikings.
face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated.
Not going to do him too much right this minute,
They
but
need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
moral victories sometimes feel pretty good
Looking to throw. And he's got it
for us
complete to
tier
Anderson.
negatives.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Probably not, Sather. I'm just going to warn you. He's probably not going to do it after.
On third down.
He probably doesn't believe you.
Anderson got it. Anderson loses the football. And
That or he probably. Oh, big hit stick. That's what you get for getting cute, he says.
where the return stops. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch that he turned into.
Robbie, welcome to the NFC. Oh, no, he was in the NFC
Catch the ball. When
before
those
this.
acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big
That's my
tempo,
fault.
knock the ball free.
He was on the Eagles.
Here as
Yes, he
he's
was on the
taken
Eagles. Wasn't
down.
the Jets.
So much
Well,
for
welcome to the
the
NFC North then.
drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Looks like Tommy's locked in the zone. He doesn't want to chat with us. He wants to make these playoffs. Yeah, chewing clock needs to be outlet. I like it because I want to see meltdowns. I want to see meltdowns. I want to see interceptions. 2 o'clock. Who wants to see something like
This is
that?
3rd and 14.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Protein spills. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Well, some of us have to start playing hard at the beginning of the game too, you know, to be able to play hard at the end.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Smooth.
2nd and 6. Dance, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Flowers in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record.
And that's going to be a sack by the Lions. 3rd and 13 here. Minnesota has the ball inside the Lions 30. With 3 minutes to go in the 4th, it is, again, 38-14 Detroit.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the
And then delay a
clock.
game.
He probably was trying to read the defense and trying
Not a
to
big
figure
deal.
out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay,
It'll-
they're backed up even
It'll
further.
probably end up
3rd and long.
making this game go faster.
They'll drop to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football.
That should have been intercepted. Ended up getting dropped right there.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final
A
score.
flag on here, and I don't.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Kerryon Johnson definitely looking like he wants more yards. Look at him shoving people off.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the
Showing
yardage.
people how
Use your timeout
exactly how angry he is.
to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. After getting stuffed on 1st down,
Who wants to put money that Detroit calls timeouts? Anybody?
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
Oh, okay, that's why the flag. Oh, well,
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground.
wasn't
short
paying
of the
attention.
40,
Didn't get to
right
see
around the
that.
42.
All right, let's see if the Lions call timeouts. I'd laugh my ass off.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back.
Can't lie,
And
I
let's
would
see what
laugh
they've come
really
up
hard.
with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the
And
3-yard
Sadler's
line.
gonna have to go a really long
Someone's
way.
gonna be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Madison, he looks like a really big dude. Ends up getting a decent gain right there. If he could have gotten around that guy, he definitely would have gotten to the 30, maybe.
Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15.
That guy, number 35, he's the one who chased down
4 yards there on the carry.
Darius Slay. You need to get him in the game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 9 yards
There you go.
back on the rush.
Ooh, couldn't quite get around that guy, but it's a funny that you can hit stick from behind. I like that. Trying to catch up to somebody and you can hit stick them from behind. Ankle hit stick.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Lions, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
From what I gathered, however, you weren't just chewing the clock that game, you were chewing the clock and running no huddle. Which, I'm not sure how Madden works. Seems like it's counterproductive. I said last game, pay attention. The one you got in trouble for, pay attention. That's what I heard. Maybe I didn't. How can you hear me and not hear me? The game you got in trouble for, the game you got the warning for. I heard that you were chewing clock and running no huddle. I could be wrong. Okay, so everything. So technically I'm right. Yeah, this is between Sadler and me. I came to your state, Sadler, to announce your game. And this is how you treat me? In your building? You don't want to be Madden's players, is what you don't want to be. I think that's what Marty's trying to say. Don't chew clock. at all in the third. Don't even. I'm not saying that's a rule. I'm just saying that's just kind of. Yeah, we watched the game. It was hilarious. It was very Titans-esque. You're channeling your inner former Titan there. I liked it. Hey, calls calls me calls me a dick when I make. No, that's trying to cheer you up a little bit. You're just having a rough Madden go. Like look at the Giants. Like they haven't been able to get anywhere. You need it. Well, good game. Well, if it makes you feel any better, Sadzor, maybe this might not make you feel better because. But there could be 17 Dev Nation Live seasons at the rate we're going because of the